for the 5th attempt. This is my official pregnancy vlog. It's my first one. Super excited to finally get started. As you can tell, I'm wearing my husband's shirt or sweater because at this stage in the game, you just gotta be comfortable, right? I am 16 weeks, which is officially second trimester. So I was going to talk about today my first trimester. I'm going to start with when I knew I was pregnant. The way it works, if you don't know, is you have your first day of your cycle. So the first day of your cycle is the first day of your period. And after your period, you have a time usually called ovulation, or there's a certain amount of time pretty much in the middle of the first day of each cycle. So in the middle of your cycle, you have a period where you can conceive or try to conceive, and then there's like a 48-hour window when you ovulate, where because the sperm can survive long enough and they can get into your egg and get you pregnant. In very layman terms, that's pretty much how it works. So we kind of just out of the blue were like, Jamie was like, let's just go for it. And I was ready to go for it for a while. So I was like, okay, let's just try. So we weren't really expecting much the first cycle. So what happened was we tried, and we were together a few times during that period where you can get, where you're ovulating, and then you have to wait 2 weeks to see if you got pregnant, if it worked. But the day after, one of the times we were intimate, I woke up and I said, I'm pregnant. I just knew. I put it on my phone, I said, I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant. And that was in July. And I was just like, my body felt different. And I don't know if that's because I'm sensitive to motion sickness, whereas I am very sensitive to things changing in my body. Like when I got my wisdom teeth removed, my whole equilibrium was off for like a month. So maybe that's just how I am. I mean, some people go without knowing at all, but I knew the day after that, yes, I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant. So the 2-week wait was extremely hard because you have to be so patient. But during those 2 weeks, I did get full sore breasts, extremely tired. I napped every day for like the first 6 weeks of my pregnancy, including that 2-week wait. I napped for like 2 or 3 hours a day. Like I just could not avoid it. And what else? Like those are the two symptoms that really stand out in my mind. And then I also felt like things were changing in my stomach. Like I definitely felt like something magical was happening. So I had taken a couple pregnancy tests and they had come back negative, and I knew it was because I'd taken them too early. I was too excited. So then on the Friday, so I'm pretty sure I was able to take a positive test 3 or 4 days before my expected period. So it was the 3rd pregnancy test I took. I took it in the morning, and I was shocked because it turned out positive so fast. It was like as soon as my urine hit that stick, it was positive. Like there was no question. You could definitely see that line that said positive. So I was super excited, and I remember running out and telling Jamie, and Jamie just couldn't believe it. He was like, are you sure there's a line? And I remember he was like, we didn't even get to like have fun trying. Like I can't believe this worked so quickly. But I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I know my mom was able to get pregnant very easily, and knock on wood, for whatever reasons. I mean, me and Jamie just happened to get it. So we did. We got it on that first cycle, and I'm so happy. We were both so happy. So during my first trimester, I was very tired. Very bloated. Like I feel like I looked more pregnant then than I do now, even though I really do look pregnant. And I'll take a better picture of myself, and here it is. And so yeah, my little bump for 16 weeks. But I also, around the 7-8 week mark, I had about a week and a half to 2 weeks where I was very nauseous, and definitely not as nauseous as some women get, but nauseous enough where it was like every day something was not going to stay down. But completely worth it, totally worth it. So by about 11-12 weeks that was over, and I haven't gotten sick in a while, so that's good. I have had a stuffy nose the entire pregnancy so far, which is fine. And this past weekend, I was sick. I felt like I had more of a cold-like infection, but over with now. So yeah, so I wanted to show you this because I'm going to look through this just in case I missed anything. I got this Hello, I'm Pregnant journal, if you can see it. So it's just a guided journal so that you can keep track of your pregnancy. And let's see. So my positive test was on July 27th. And on September 7th, that was my first visit to my midwife. So I had seen my family doctor and got all the blood work done, and everything came back good. So it was another confirmation that yes, I'm pregnant. And he told me that we live in Thunder Bay, and the way pregnancy care works here, I feel like, is kind of different. We don't have a lot of OBGYN doctors. We do, but my doctor said that because I'm pretty much low risk, I'll be fine going with midwives, and they'll take really good care of me and give me the care that I need. I feel like you really only see like OBGYNs if you're having multiples, if it's a more serious pregnancy. So for me, it was fine. So we are going to community midwives in town, and we have a team of 2 midwives, and I love it. I love their office. I love their care. They're definitely there for you personally, especially being my first pregnancy. I definitely appreciate the support that they give. So yeah, pretty happy with that. So my due date is April 10th, 2018. So that's exciting. Look, see, I already found an error. I put 2017 here. No, we're not going back in time. I made the announcement on social media around 3 months, and that was exciting. My social media consists of like pretty close friends and family, especially those who live out of town, so it was a really great way to share exciting news and pictures with them. I also had in September, I also had I think it was September 11th, I had my first ultrasound photo, and that was really exciting, and I'll put that, if you watch, it's right here. And yeah, so my baby looks like a little rabbit. Super cute. Things that, when I first got pregnant, I really was into chicken. Now chicken is a love-hate relationship. Some days I like it, some days I don't want it anywhere near me. I went through a huge popsicle phase. I feel like I'm kind of like sick of them, but I feel like it's coming on again. So I took like a few days break from popsicles, but now I can definitely feel like I want them again. Popcorn, which is funny because I've always been addicted to popcorn. Lemons, I've always been addicted to lemons. Fries with vinegar. Oh, I cannot get enough fries with vinegar. So delicious. Look at you. Come up here. Can I talk to the people? Can I have posterity for this whole experience? Eh? He's going to interrupt us so many times. Watch. Fries with vinegar. Really like it. And I've also had some cold cut sandwiches from Tim Hortons. I know you're not supposed to eat like salamis and stuff like that, but once in a while it's not bad, right? Like once every week or a couple of weeks, so whatever. It is what it is. One thing I cannot eat, and I'm adding this here, is tacos and KFC. Okay, so that's my first trimester kind of journal and stuff that I can remember to say. I also wanted to say that I'm just really excited and happy, and I feel super blessed that I get to carry life, and that this life is going to hopefully just bring out the even better sides of me and my husband. And Charlie will lay on me, and he'll put his head, like his ear, near my stomach, so that makes me feel really happy that maybe he just does that because it's comfortable because my stomach's bigger now, or maybe he does it because he maybe senses that there's something there, because he never did that before, really. So I don't know, super, super nice to feel like we're all bonding, and it's going to be a great adventure ahead. It's nice to be out of that first trimester and into the second one now, and I can't wait to do more videos about what my experiences are. I will find out what the sex is, or the gender is. I'm really excited. I know I have a best friend, and she, for both her babies, waited until she kept it a surprise for herself and for everybody. But I can't, I wish I could. I wish I could keep this one of the true last surprises we have left. You know, I wish I could keep that surprise, but I'm too excited. Like, I'm just that way. I always knew I'd want to know, and I still feel that way. So in the next few weeks, I will find out, and that'll be another exciting reveal for everybody, including myself. So the last thing I wanted to talk about were the books that I'm currently reading. So I am reading, or not reading, I'm filling out this pregnancy journal, which I told you. So that's awesome. I have Gloria, my sis, gave me What to Expect When You're Expecting. So what I love about this book is you read it as you get to that stage, right? So the first part you read, like I read right away, and then I read as I go through each stage of my pregnancy. So now I can read up to the 16-week mark, which is really cool. So then almost like every week you have something new to read from the book. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who just read the whole thing, but I like reading as I kind of go along and seeing like, yeah, like that's totally what's happening right now. And so yeah, I can't speak eloquently, but I really like this one for sure. And then I'm also reading by Tracy Hogg, The Baby Whisperer Solves All Your Problems. So this one is all about your pregnancy, and this one is all about parenting for your first 2 years. So I really wanted a book that kind of went along with a lot of the stuff I saw myself wanting to do in the first place, and just, techniques to help you make sure you follow along with what you're planning. And it's exciting to read about your pregnancy, and this is just as exciting to start to read how to plan out your parenting techniques with newborns and toddlers, and understanding understanding how they are as little humans, because babies have personalities developed. Their personalities already got developed while they're in your womb growing. So there's different types of people, right? And you can't just look at every baby and think they're the same. And you have to adjust your parenting technique. Well, this is what I believe, that you should adjust your parenting technique to the type of personality of baby that you have, the type of person they are, and the person you believe they're going to be, and how your parenting will help them have a better time understanding who they are and making decisions as they grow up. One thing that Jamie said to me, which I thought was really cute, was he was like, I want to be the dad where they learn a lesson. Like, I want to be the lesson teacher dad. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, when they're older and they're kind of feel like they're smarter than us, which I feel like we all go through that stage when we're teenagers, or we think we're adults and we can do whatever we want. We don't need parents, but you're still kids, you're still babies when you're teenagers, right? And you don't realize it till you're older and you have the chance to actually be friends with your parents, that you realize how like embarrassing and wrong you were and a lot of the things and stupid fights you had with them. And he's like, I want them to, like, if they say something silly and argue with us about something, I'd be like, okay, fine, go off and figure it out. And then they'll come back and be like, you were right. Like, and I said, that's exactly right. Like, letting your kids make mistakes, ones that aren't going to be like detrimental, right? Like just little mistakes here and there, especially like for me, relationship building with friends, like understanding not to be like too selfish, understanding how to be there for people who you want in your lives, and especially with your siblings. I mean, if you can't learn how to be a friend to your sibling, how's that going to work out, right? So yeah, that's something for sure. And also understanding, like, having the family on a sort of schedule or routine. I don't like the word schedule, neither does Tracy Hogg. I like the word routine. Having us on a kind of routine for our sake and the baby's sake. So yeah, it's really fun reading parenting techniques, and it's really fun reading about what what to expect. And that's pretty much it for now. So thank you guys for bearing with me while I ramble about pregnancy. And if you are trying to get pregnant or you've been pregnant, congratulations. And if you already have all your kids, way to go. I know it's going to be funny for me when I give birth and everyone, I'm going to be like, wow, this, you think you have it all planned out, but it's never like you think it's going to be. So I'm excited to see what surprises are my way. So that's the first vlog about pregnancy, and I can't wait to do another one. So thank you guys.